I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. So as you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. Now today's video is a bit of a tribute to Hyram. So Hyram is actually probably one of my favorite people actually on YouTube, and he really inspired me when it came to this channel. I remember watching him and he was, you know, quite a young gentleman talking about actives and percentages and ingredients. And I remember thinking, wow, are people actually interested in this? Like, do they really want to know? Because this is what I'd spent my life doing, actually, was figuring out the best percentage actives for skin of colour. But I just didn't think that this was something anyone else was that bothered by. But actually watching him made me realise, wow, actually this is phenomenal. I can really help in this area. So this video is a bit of a tribute to him, because if you're not following him already, I would highly recommend you go and follow him. So he's at Skincare by Hyram. He's on TikTok as well. He's huge on TikTok, huge on YouTube, but also literally the most down-to-earth human, which is really nice to see. Right, so let's talk about the 7 things that Hyram made me buy that are suitable for skin of colour. So I think it'd be really helpful for everybody. So the first one is Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream. So with this, the emollients are sunflower oil, ethyl hexyl palmitate, glycerol stearate, squalene, and parky butter. It's also full of antioxidants. Okay, so it's got rhodiola rosea root extract, which is a bit of a mouthful. And then it's got Lacca arctic root, which is basically high in antioxidants and in flavonoids, which are great because they reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And who doesn't want that? So that's good. It's got reishi mushrooms, which contains a compound that slows down the rate of melanin production. So it's good for pigmentation too, and just helps to restore the skin. It's also got skin soothers in it. So it's got allantoin and panthenol in it. So these are 2 of my favorite. So what I would do is apply this at nighttime. This one's definitely Dr. V approved. Okay, so the next product is Garnier Micellar Water. So it's actually a really simple ingredients list, which is always going to be preferable because it means they're not going to have it's not as likely to have as many irritants. This is not the case, I'd say, for some of the other Garnier products, which I've done a whole Garnier video for you, but this particular product is very good and I use myself. So it's got a list of surfactants that are gentle surfactants. So they've got hexylene glycol, it's got disodium cocoam odiacetate, it's got poloxamer 184. And they basically engulf any oil-based dirt and make it easier to wash away. So that can be dirt, it can be makeup, grime, which is obviously essential to remove. And then it's got glycerin in it too, which is a very good moisturizer. So you're not going to feel like your skin has been stripped at all after using this particular product. It's got no fragrance, no essential oils, no denatured alcohol. So, I mean, of course, this one's obviously going to be Dr. V approved. So the next product that I love is Simple Micellar Gel Wash. And again, it's very gentle. So the surfactant used here is cocamidol propyl betaine as a second surfactant, which means it's got the highest percentage and it is very gentle. It's got hydrating ingredients in it, such as glycerin, panthenol, which is your skin soother. It's got propylene glycol, it's got no irritants, no alcohol, no essential oils, no fragrance. I mean, this one's a no-brainer. So definitely purchase this one. So the next product I love is the Cerave Eye Cream. So the second ingredient here is niacinamide, and I do feel like Hyram made niacinamide famous because niacinamide was not something that we all discussed before actually, but now everyone knows what niacinamide is. I've actually done a whole video on niacinamide if you don't know, you know what it is, etc. But it's something that you definitely want in your skincare routine, no matter what your skin type is, whether it's oily, whether it's dry, whether it's pigmented. It is safe for skin of colour, it's good for skin of colour. So the second ingredient here is niacinamide, which basically reduces your melanosome transfer from the the keratinous from the melanocyte, the cell that produces the pigment melanin, to the skin cells around it. And by doing that, it means that you're seeing less pigmentation on the surface. So it's good for dark circles. It's unlikely to be strong enough to remove hereditary dark circles or dark circles that have been there for decades. But if you just need an eye brightener, you know, it's a good product to use. It's also got a lot of humectants in it too. So it's got glycerin, plus it's got ceramides, it's got jojoba esters in it too. So if your skin is feeling dry around the eye area and you're getting fine lines, then it's worth purchasing this product. It's got no alcohol, no fragrance, etc. So this is a thumbs up. So the next product you have all heard me talk about over and over again, and that is Cerave Moisturiser. So the moisturizers in this are glycerin, petrolatum, ceramides, dimethicone, and sodium hyaluronate. And there are no irritants and no fragrance. It's also non-comedogenic, and it's one of the few that actually is non-comedogenic. Often, you know, moisturizers say that on the packaging, but then when you look through the ingredients list, the marketing doesn't match up with what's on the ingredients list. So with this particular product, it does. And so if you watch my video on my best moisturizers for oily, acne-prone skin, you're going to see this one on there. And I think one thing that Hyram did do really well was you would have found Cetraben or CeraVe and these sorts of products in the eczema section of Boots or Walmart or any other drugstore around the world. You wouldn't find it in the beauty section. And I think now we're seeing a shift of these products into the beauty section, because actually most of the damage we do to our skin happens from skincare that isn't good for our skin. So it's good to go back to basics and look at the ingredients, see what's in there, and feel empowered actually when you're buying your own skincare. Right, so my sixth product that I love and I would recommend for skin of color is PAULA'S Choice 2%. So it's moisturizing, it's got butylene glycol, it's got cyclopentasiloxane, glycerin, dimethicone. Now don't forget, your salicylic acid is oil soluble, so it literally goes into the pore to unclog that pore. So it's great for maskne, which a lot of us are getting right now. So I do feel like this is a product that we all should be purchasing if we're wearing a lot of masks, not just if you get hormonal acne anyway. It's got no fragrance, no essential oil, and no denatured alcohol. So this one is a definite keeper and I use it myself. Okay, so my seventh product is a bit controversial because he used to love it. So that's a Proteiny from Drunk Elephant. I think he still does like the ingredients. I just don't think he likes the company. But I bought it when he liked it, so I'm going to talk about it in this video. So the moisturizers he talked about, the moisturizers in this particular product are dicaprylyl carbonate, glycerin, alanine, and histidine. They've got 8 peptides, so it's very hydrating, and it's good to use after your treatment serums. If you've got normal skin, you can leave it at that point. If you've got dry skin, then I would do the Dr. V double hydrating method. So you'd put your Proteiny peptide on first and then followed with a facial oil, because you want to avoid any transepidermal water loss, especially if you use air conditioning or you use central heating, which I think we're basically all going to be doing now that winter's happening. So I've done a whole video for you on good and bad facial oils. Not all oils are made equal, so it's important to know what you're putting on the skin and make sure that you're, you know, not leading to acne and occluding the skin. In this particular product, there's no fragrance, no drying oil, etc. So drying alcohol, sorry. So this one's a definite keeper. Don't forget to download your free guide for skincare for skin of color. It's really important that we stay safe with our skin. And so the link is down below and it goes through all the ingredients that you want to use and the ones you want to avoid. Please, just so you know, I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video. So please make sure you're here for that hour. So when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we launch the video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic and at Skincare by Dr. V. And I'm now on TikTok because I'm trying to be cool with the young cool people. And so that's just Dr. Vanita Rattan. So if you could just come and just show some support, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much for listening.